Nom 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 nom. Good news and bad news. Good news, I'm alive and Fulgora is mostly done. Bad news, um, I don't have my camera connected to my PC, so if you guys want me to turn the camera on, I could, but like, it just shows the camera blocker right now. Actually, let me move the chat up a little bit. This is better? Yeah, I wanted to go look for a better camera today, and my dad was just like, "Oh, you don't need one." So that's that. Anyway, the music you're listening to is, oh, let's just do it like this for a moment. The music you're listening to is from the HSR soundtrack. This planet is now mostly done. I've started exporting science. I exported a whole lot of it. I need to bring some of these EM plants and a couple of the recyclers to the moon so that I can go make quality components for spaceships there. The moon's going to be my space wharf. I have these ships set up for transport to and from Volcanus. However, unfortunately, I currently don't have any of the cargo bays I need because I'm completely out of science specs. Yeah, right. All of my production's halted when I'm making science packs. That's not good. Here, now I'll stop extracting. There we go. The resource problem on... yeah, we'll get into that in a bit, I guess. Resource problem on Navis is getting worse and worse by the hour. Our primary copper mines are starting to dwindle. Slowly but surely, because this one's also already running out. As such, I will be postponing... I'll be postponing upgrading all of this. I should probably undo this upgrade planner. Well, it doesn't want to listen. That is what it is. Let me take this track off of repeat. There we go. Oh, I'm just playing the album. Never mind. There we go. So what I want to do, my plan for Navis is to ignore it, revisit it with upgraded technology from the Moon, Fulgora, and Volcanus, and then prepare to set up Gleba Science, because we're going to need it. And then I think the discovery of Aquilo only requires doing Rubia on the side. I'm tempted to go to Aquilo kind of early, because having access to Foundation is nice in case I need to expand stuff. Nom nom. So a tad bit loud music? Oh, my bad. The audio balance is different for me than it is for you. So I'm right now on this planet. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to send one of these two shuttles over with a basic request for a couple bots. What are you eating? I'm eating crisps right now. Hi, Ragnar. I should have at least 3 rockets ready to launch. Yep, there they go. Yeah, this setup is not very good. I can't wait to tear down Navis. Like, we're gonna be tearing this all down at some point. Anyhows. Let me drop off my inventory real quick. And then I will need one of these. The plan is that we're gonna head to Volcanus. Safety save. But this should be able to make the trip. We've tested it before. Anyways, updates outside of school is that I'm going to be even busier throughout the week because I'm going to start going to the gym. Which, if you saw me on camera, yeah, I haven't done that. I do other things, but nothing too physically intensive because I tend to be done with uni work like way too late in the evening. But I finally have holes in my schedule that allow me to do stuff like that. Outside of that, I've been picking up cooking more and more, and I like it. Gym Arc W. I don't think I'm gonna turn into a gym bro because admittedly it's just not gonna be fun. Alright. That's almost there. On the way we go. Alright. Our first landing on Volcanus this playthrough. I will need to wait for the drones to come down. So let's spend a little bit of time exploring. Did it not spawn any demolishers? Or is it just a starting area? Calcite patch. If I see a tungsten patch without a demolisher on it, I'm gonna be very surprised. Right, we're gonna have to make cliff explosives a lot here, huh? Okay, it doesn't seem to have spawned any demolishers. That's kind of nice, though. I like the more comfy playstyle. Demolishers were usually the thing I kind of loathed. You set them down yet? Okay, so they're bound to be around somewhere. I should have made mech armor. I do have it researched, but I haven't actually made any yet. Because I don't have the means to... Well, I like having this many robots. Because at the start of the game, I spawned myself a legendary mech armor, or a power armor. Not a mech armor, because I didn't want to go that far. Like, I need to make all of that, and then I need to set up electric engines, and... But TLDR, apparently, I disabled the spawn of demolishers, which is kind of nice. So, we don't have anything here. I haven't done anything physically since my schedule actually got easier this summer because I'm a lazy bastard. That's fair, though. I can understand laziness. Boom. Banana. 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 This is going a lot faster. Okay, so I will have to remember how to make a foundry. I haven't done that in a while. Volcanus. Calcite processing. Tungsten carbide. The foundry is made. Yeah, okay, I'll have to set up either basic infrastructure, or I have to be lazy. And I think I'm damn well I'm gonna do the first thing. Hurry the second thing. I'm being a lazy bastard, we're gonna do a whole bunch of handcrafting, fellas. Actually, come back for a moment. I need to break these trees. Alright, go out, my little guys. I need to make a couple ferni. And we need to smelt a little bit of iron and a little bit of copper. We can get rid of these ferni at some point. But not right now. Who cares about pollution, right? Got a nice dense coal patch. Dude, Risk of Rain Returns music goes so hard. It's really crispy? Yeah, it is. I just had like a big bite. I'm going to need more fuel. Can I make tungsten carbide in this? Tungsten carbide. Only in assembly 2, so we're gonna have to upgrade it. Additionally, I'll need at least one solar panel, so let's make a little bit of steam. That'll figure itself out. And then let's, in the meantime, grab one calcite. Hi, got him. Let's see. So yeah, the next goal is the foundry. They really do just let you go to a different planet after getting just the foundry, huh? I mean, we don't have Gleba done. And it's gonna take a little while, because I want to do Gleba first. Alright, so Foundry. The Foundry, we need to make a single one, requires refined concrete. And lubricant. I'll admit, fellas, I'm gonna go send the shuttle over back to Navis. And we're going to request the things we need for a foundry. Or preferably for a couple of ones. So the foundry was like 20 refined concrete? Yeah. And then I will also need to request barrels of lubricant. Let's say we take 20 barrels. How many go in here? Rocket capacity, 100? Okay. And then what we do is we set up a quick barreling thing. Am I out of assembly? Oh, that's in assembly 3. I thought that was in assembly 2. My bad. Assembly 3 is the first one that gets fluid, right? No, assembly 2 gets fluid. Am I completely out of assembly machines? I thought I would have a buffer. If it's in upgrade mode, it doesn't... Oh my god. I'm so fucking stupid. Yeah, so that's how I deadlock Navis. Awesome. Five blue belt assemblers. No, I needed a lot of blue belts. Quick. And I only have a single red belt assembler, so it wasn't all too smart. But it works out in time. Alright. What else did we need? We needed, for a foundry, it's just the lube and the other stuff that I had problems with, right? Sulfuric acid, carbon and tungsten ore. Okay, I can do a little bit of that, but for that I will have to make a pump jack. Let's see, pump jack. Pump jack requires a little bit more iron. Pump jack. One of these. And a little bit of carbon. So we're doing this the messy way, right? Alright, pump jack. I don't have a solar panel on me, but it's fine. What, I need carbide. And then this. And then to make a single solar panel. It's gonna take like fucking 7 ages for this to actually do anything. But I don't care. At some point it's gonna make tungsten carbide. And that's all I want. This is done in assembly 2 as well, so that's fine. Nice, tungsten carbide. How am I gonna get more carbon? Oh. Like that. Do you have the time speed mod and no pollution? Well, pollution isn't used on here anyway. But the worms didn't spawn. I don't remember turning those off, but I did, apparently. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a hater. Ooh, welcome! Welcome! Thank you for the raid. How was the stream? We're playing Factorio the slow style today. Have you gotten your shit yet? Cool. Thanks for the follow, Mads. I don't think we need this anymore, do we? What, this has 9 barrels, so I'm gonna need 91 total. And then we'll just send all of it over, and I'll request a little bit more concrete. I'll do like 400 concrete, and then we're good. How you doing? We're doing pretty alright. Just a chill time on Factorio today. This is 92, that's not 91. Fuck off, you prick. Oh no. Oops. This looks like my type of game. It's a factory building game. Unfortunately, most of my factory seems to have shut down thanks to a copper deficit. I thought I was requesting this lube. Hold on, I have like 400 barrels of lube in total. This is not enough concrete, is it? Oh. I don't want to make concrete on volcanoes for a little while because I'm lazy. So we're just gonna send a bunch of concrete over so I can make a bunch of foundries. The foundry, if you're not acquainted with this game, is amazing. It is a godsend from John Kovarex himself. And I love the foundry. You will have to take it away from my dead body. And no jokes though. The foundry is a construction building, or a building that we can make on this planet. It allows us to do smelting and metallurgical recipes. The big deal is that it is not only twice as fast as a regular upgraded furnace. It is also base 50% productivity, which means every 2 crafts we get a free item. And it crafts a lot of things. And I hope you have an amazing stream. Alright, yeah, no worries. Hope you have a nice day. I'm going to be doing foundry stuff. But unfortunately, the foundry costs a couple materials I am too lazy to make here. Available on planet. Oh, it's not sending it. That's why. Because it's sending the concrete up first. The reason I'm sending, like, full concrete up is because this shit uses water. This is the pain point of the concrete. I don't really want to bother making water right now. So we're gonna have to make big mining drills. Big mining drill. Oh! That fucking sucks, actually. Holy shit. I hate that. Yakiba. I mean, these are like super cheap, right? As soon as I have a foundry, these things are like free. Tungsten carbide I can make. The electric engines are a pain in the ass, though. I mean, I have a little bit of lubricant, so I can make a couple. And then the red chips require plastic. I'm pretty sure it would be a good idea to send up a little bit of plastic, too. So I can make some red chips, and then can make all the other stuff I need. Alright. My face when I land on a planet and I did not bring any supplies. Dude, I'm so good at this video game. Holy shit. This actually looks to be a pretty good spot to set up shop. This is a big lava lake. Right. It's fucking cliff explosives. How do you make cliff explosives again? Mediocrely free. Free. That takes water. Okay, cliff explosives like fucking... 2,000 of them. That's gonna take 7 years. No, don't import from Volcanos. Import from Navis. Bro. No! Right, these require oil products as well and red chips. I guess I just have to cope with yellow inserters for a little while. That's fine. It's gonna take 17 years to research Prod 10. I was like, I'm just gonna rush Productivity 10. I'm gonna bring, like, a whole bunch of science over. And then... Well, first of all, I hope it's enough. Second of all, it's, like, slow as hell. Because I don't have any purple science. Like, this thing is screaming for purple now, I think. It's able to keep up, for the most part. But yeah, we're eventually going to be pumping this lava out. And then we're going to make metals from it. Dumping the stone back into the lava, of course. And for that, we will need calcite. I have not seen calcite this yellow. Where is calcite? Calcite, calcite, calcite. Am I blind? Oh, it's right here. Right, we would probably do well melting our tungsten. Because I think molten tungsten is just equivalent. Yeah. Can we make carbide with this? We can make tungsten plate with it. I don't think we can make carbide. Shattered Planet is endgame. Rabasca is not something we're going to be visiting within the next couple weeks. So yeah, it's probably just going to be... that means I'm going to have to do I just make carbide on site, or do I bring the ore all the way in and then bring it to a dedicated smelting plant? Because, like, we have tungsten ore up here. And this is, like, a very good amount of ore. Like, I could work with this. Even if the layout sucks, I could work with it. I think. Though, I might have to put it on a train because of this. Either that or we go find a better spot. Because this is going to take a little while. Yeah, did I run out of rocket components? I did. And you are dead because you don't have any copper. And we don't have any copper because this is eating it all. Great. Okay, I'm going to stop science. Yep. I'm done. Stop it. That's gonna build up like enormous buffers. Where is it? Stop it. Navis is dead, the billions must be hand-fed. Yeah, kind of. I just really need to go to Vulcanus. It's so bad. Like, I'm completely out of science. What is the first thing that I'm gonna be able to make with Vulcanus science? Metallurgic science gives stuff that all requires cyan. Yeah, this all. I mean, Igris doesn't require cyan. Yeah, this is like I'm devouring all of my circuits, dude. Okay, that's mostly stopped it. I think I should still be making cyan, but buffering it like up here. Maybe just buffering it up here. There we go. Because this does eat a little bit of my... This eats a little bit of my red circuits, which I really badly need overproduced right now. Oh, this is bad. Yep. I don't have any engines being made either, do I? No, engines are purely metal. Okay, I thought they contained some other stuff. Why do I have this here if I'm gonna have this there? Okay. Also, how you doing, Zealot? Sorry for seeing this a bit late. Right, so to get more LDS, this is gonna have to get access to more copper, which means I need to start having excess copper on the other lines, which as we can see, that's still not happening. I mean, a lot of it's going into here, and it's still eating a bunch of green circuits every once in a while. Though I think for the most part it's keeping up now. Oh. Yeah, with my current copper input, I can see why this would be an issue. Yeah, I think until I rebuild Navis, I should not be doing math science. Like, I would like to buffer some science, sure. But, yeah. Where is it? LDS line. Yeah, this LDS line is completely empty. I'm gonna give this its own buffer chest. Because this is used in yellow science, and I think it's the thing I produce the least of. Where did I make yellow science again? It was past military, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's the thing I make the least of. Well, this sucks. I probably shouldn't be restricting this like this, because I do kind of need a buffer of science. But I definitely do need to stop researching. It might just be best I cancel this research. There we go. LDS is so needed here. So now the base will eventually stop producing anything because I'm not consuming science. It's just gonna take like 17 years for it to fix itself. And I already tried to fix a little bit of it by putting productivity modules in so many things. Ah, well. Navis! I need this, Navis! My Vulcanus is kinda homeless! Yeah, let me have this. Maybe only like 600, actually. How many do you get per rocket launch? Oh, you fucking get 20 per rocket launch? Bro, no way. I should be sending the explosives up. How many can you send per... Yeah, okay, that's a rocket capacity 500. This is gonna send up 2 rockets worth of explosives. And we can make so many cliff explosives with that. This is gonna give us 100 cliff explosives. That's not that many, actually. But we can get the... Can we get the sulfur? I have a little bit of sulfur here. Ah, this is gonna... Fuck, this is gonna require us to make petroleum. Wasn't there sulfur recrystallization we could get access to at some point, though? Yes, sulfur crystallization. Oh, that's Tenebri. Oh, it's gonna take fucking 7 years, dude. Let's post Aquilo. That fucking sucks. I hate that. Insert Wojak pointing at sign saying, well, that fucking sucks, actually. That's so me right now. Holy shit. I can't wait for Navis to actually have some production. To be able to keep up. Though, the temptation to produce most of my science packs on Vulcanus for a long while is very strong. Especially now that I've come to Vulcanus with EM plants available. About that, I should probably send the creature over to Vulcanus. Passenger present, passenger not present, so it stays there. Creature, head off. I should be able to make this trip quite easily, because I can make the trip to Fulgora. And the biggest problem that I had with the trip to Fulgora is that this place right here only has 1% solar power in space. Which is probably a misconfiguration by the developers. Because it most likely shouldn't be placed here. Because that is worse than Aquilo. That is like comparable to the solar system edge over here. So you'd be flying to Navis or you'd be flying to Fulgora, and you would just get your battery snapped in half and not have enough power to recover. Anyways, we will need to drop off maybe like 20 of these EM plants and then head back. I mean, I can also bring some recyclers, but there's not really a point right now. This doesn't need to happen anymore. Though I could drop them down. Fuck it, I'll drop this down too then. It's almost there. How close to getting all your stuff are you? So you need one more batch of barrels, which I thought they would be available. They are. They're just not getting sent yet. Then you're getting some plastics. Oh, you're getting 20 stacks of plastic. Okay. I needed that for red circuits. I'll just send 2 rockets then. That's fine with me. Because the rockets, they're not cheap. But they're fine. Like it's okay. It's okay to pay this much for them. There goes plastic. They're somewhat keeping up now, because they're getting more copper. Production here seems to be less demanding now, because I think there's just not as much. Now, the Red Zers are still munching really bad. Yeah, okay. They're loading a bunch of plastic in now. It's trying so hard to build that rocket. Alright, that's been sent down. I should probably go pick that up. God, motherfucking... Okay, there we go. Now I have a couple basic belts. Well, we don't have the belts. The upside is that as soon as we get actual access to the lubricant, this is all just free. For the most part. Volcanus is a planet that gives you most things just entirely for free. It's just I should have, you know, brought some actual expansion gear. Instead of what I've done now. I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is. What, 2 more rockets, right? Yeah, 2 more rockets. In 7,000 years it'll happen, but it will happen eventually. And then, I mean, to get consistent calcite on Navis, we could export it from Corundum. Because Corundum is easier to export from than Volcanus. I mean, Corundum gives us a bunch of other useful stuff, no? I mean, pipe productivity is not that useful. Rocket fuel catalysis productivity is kind of nice. There's a... I mean, yes, it's mostly the sulfuric acid stuff. Steam turbine productivity is also nice. I don't know why this would be useful. Oh, because it goes into... Okay, it does go into a science pack. That's nice. But this is from scrap, no? Golden science pack? And then what? We get recrystallization. You get asphalt and concrete. Stone. Yeah, okay. Blue rockets. Carbon sulfuric oxidizer rocket. Solid fuel. Wait, this requires solid fuel? Okay, but sulfuric oxidizer, how do you... Are we gonna start putting fucking oil? Wait, what's the difference between this and the other one? 200 plus 140. 200 plus another... Area of effect 8. 6.58. So this is just a strict upgrade. Oh. You know what? I kind of dig that. I think there's going to be ways to set up oil processing on a... That's going to be... Is it going to be efficient, though? Right, because to make this, we're going to need... Let me close this in the background so this can keep working. So to make the blue rocket... We're going to need sulfuric oxide. Carbon's free in space. Rockets are already very doable in space. Because you get this from carbonic asteroids. You make this from coal synthesis by default. This recipe. However, this requires sulfuric oxidizer, which is attached to solid fuel and sulfuric acid. Okay, sulfuric acid is very easy to make in space. Never mind. The solid fuel... Let's see. Alternative recipes. Bruh. This is actually really useful for Caddis. Yeah, Caddis did it better. Vesta uses methane to make LDS? That's interesting. Chloromethane, ingredients. It's just direct conversion. Let's see. So it has to come from oils. Well, I mean, this we could technically make using oil. We can make these rockets by setting up a Manula gas cycle on a space platform. That is very doable. Wood gasification. Actually, no, that requires crushed alumina. Shit. There has to be another way. There has to be another way to make this in space. Alternative recipes. Tell me there's a way to make this in space. Hot lubricant. Used in cool hot lubricant. Okay. So we can do it. We can make crude oil. It's just very expensive. Okay, so there is a recipe chain. Can we get to this? Let me take a look at the star map. Actually, we can. So we can somehow make blue rockets to cross the asteroid belt. That could be a fun challenge. Is there another way we can do this? I'm gonna stay waiting on here. Oh, it's here already. Wow, okay. I can carry all of this, it's fine. Could you head back to Navis and stay in orbit, please? Okay, so there has to be another way to make solid fuel in space, right? All these recipes require on the liquids. Light oil is made through... Yeah, wood gasification, but that requires alumina and a lot of it. Well, unless... I mean, wood gasification is very doable. It is very doable if we just have a ship at the ready and then store a bunch of alumina. But that would probably require having space chests. I mean, this is post-Manula we're looking at anyway. So, I'm not writing it off because... Wait a second, we get productivity for this. We could... We're eventually going to outproduce the alumina if I just research enough productivity. Because I have productivity 10, so I have a 99% chance of the stuff returning. To the point that I have these chests set up to only insert when they get too low. Yeah, with a little bit more productivity, I am more likely to get more alumina than I am to lose alumina. Okay, yeah, never mind then. We could just do wood gasification on the spaceships. On a space platform. I do not have enough inventory space. I thought I did. That's kind of fucked, bro. I have so much junk in my inventory. Wait a second, this uses concrete, doesn't it? No, it just uses steel, never mind. I thought for a second, I'm using this expensive resource I still need. Okay, so... Let me just store some of this. Because we don't need it quite yet. Okay, so to make a foundry... Because I want to make one singular foundry. We're going to have to make 30 electronic circuits. A little bit more steel. We're going to need a lot more tungsten carbide. And then we have the refined concrete. So... let's get to crafting, shall we? Let's smelt some more stuff. I'm going to have to walk to a coal patch real quick and make a bunch of coal. Let me make a miner. And then let me yoink one of these two chests. Mining drill. My face when we're doing hand-fed Vulcanus, and it's kind of cringe, but, you know. Welcome to the mines, guys. At least I have decent mining productivity. I think I have mining productivity 10. Yeah, I do. Then, the next step is to set these back up, I think. Because we're going to need more carbon. So I will need to make some extra steel for a solar panel. Oh yeah, I need another solar panel. I'm going to need one more of these. Because I need to make more tungsten carbide. For that, we'll also need more carbon. So that's what I'm getting this for. So we can turn it into carbon. Using some of the sulfuric acid. Oh, I'm going to need a fucking chemical plant. Oh god. Chemical plant costs a little bit more steel, a little bit more iron. Okay. This is very ineffective, but I'm getting coal, so I'm happy. Wow, 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 wow. I'll keep this, because it saves me some time. So I'll need at least one chemical plant. And then we'll also need to upgrade this. There we go. So for this we need a carbon tungsten ore, which I'm going to be making the carbon on site. Sulfuric acid. Then for the rest of the foundry, I think we need some steel. Yeah, we need some more steel. So we're going to need 250 iron plates turned into steel. And then some more other stuff. Some green circuits. It's gonna take fucking 17 years, dude. Oh, my face when I really should have come here prepared, but I was lazy. Right, okay, so let's make some carbide. I will need another solar panel. I made another power pole, right? Yep. At least solar on Volcanus is kind of good. That's the upside of being so close to the sun. Let me swap these two. Oh, you cannot flip a pump jack. That's frustrating. Carbide. And then I might need to make a second pump jack, or I need to just make some pipes. So that I could run both of these simultaneously. Coal. Oh, that was a chemical plant recipe. Right. Right. I love the little bubbly sounds they make. There we go. Okay, cool. There we are. And then to make one single inserter. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's gonna run out of power real quick, but now we're at least able to make a little bit of tungsten carbide. Oh, you're out of fuel. My bad. My bad, G. What am I still missing? Yeah, I need the 30 circuits, so I just need more steel. I need more iron, more copper. I'm mostly good on the copper, actually. Hold on. Melt. The reason why I'm doing all this is because not only did I not make any prep, but setting up proper infrastructure is not only a little bit silly before I can, you know, actually harvest resources here. Because you don't find iron ore on Volcanus. It's just not there. So... one second. We need to make a foundry to be able to use the lava. Which is what I'm doing right now, right? Once we have one foundry, I'm going to make a bunch of steel, a bunch of plates, and a bunch of copper plates with it. And then we're going to make a couple more foundries using those resources. Coal is one of the only things we have to consistently mine. Which, if this planet is this close to the sun, how can we have things like coal and trees here? Did this planet move its orbit? Let's see. I need 30. But I could just make less. Okay, so let's start with making a couple of these. Low power moment. Yeah, it falls off for a moment, or like it turns off, but it's fine. Actually, I should probably not be worrying about the efficiency of this copper, because I can just smelt more. But I'll take this free one. I'm more worried about the efficiency of the iron, so let's do this. Make a couple more wires. There we go. This is one of the main reasons I went to Fulgora first. The other main reason was the mech armor, but considering I haven't made that yet, you know, I should probably do that. It's either that or I just start spamming cliff explosives. Nice, that is 30. Then the rest, I think I should turn into steel until I have enough. There you go, machine. Feast. And then we almost have enough stuff to make a foundry. Awesome. How's this going? Bro, Oh, my bad. I love the goopy little noises that the sulfuric acid wells make. Right, I'm gonna need at least 2 more of these. Which means I need to make a couple more circuits. Hooray! Hooray! Ah. Doesn't hurt. Always useful. The machine is just very slow. Because there's like 0 power available. Ah, yeah. Alright. There he goes. Cool, more circuits. That should be enough now. Yep, we're just waiting for the seal to be done. Wow, okay. Let me grab a little bit of lubricant. We will unbarrel the lubricant directly into the other assembler. Because I don't want to make... So this is gonna make foundry. Actually, I don't want to unbarrel it directly. I want to have a little pipe in between. So I have a tiny bit of storage. Cool. Okay, so we give it this, we give it that, we give it some of this, and then we give it some concrete. And then I'm going to hand feed it barrels until it starts working. Oh wow, that was enough. Oh, that is a lot more lubricant than I thought it would give. It's fine. We make a single foundry, and then the next foundry we make inside the foundry, because the foundry can make foundries with 50% productivity. So we just wait for a little bit. So what? I should probably go explore down here for a little bit. Because there might be some space. Okay, that gives us... That's our first foundry. Nice. Okay, there's a lot of lava. There's a little bit of flat ground. Oh. I guess I told them to do that. Okay, big drill is going to allow us to mine tungsten. That's good. Then after that, we immediately get this. Casting Metallurgic Science Pack. You know, I'll take that. I'll take that. And that then gives us access to nano-foamed polymers. Which is something I might actually set up rather soon. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to make. But I guess it's a good use for extra carbon dioxide. Okay, so the trash is plastic, so I'm gonna have to start handling spoilables already. I'd hoped to postpone that for a little while. Okay, this is why we have this little tube here. Now, foundry can make more foundries. So let's... Actually, yeah, let's have this foundry produce some other stuff for us for a little bit. I'm gonna yoink these. And let's go over here. Right. So, I should be able to make an offshore pump. As well as a fluid tank. I'll make a big one so that we can store a bunch of stuff. So if I were to place this here, I can say that I want to make molten iron from lava. And now I need this. I need a solar panel. Do I take the mining drill? I'm gonna take the mining drill from the other place. I don't want to waste the lubricant that I left inside of this machine, so I'm gonna leave the other machine here. Right, so we bring this into there. So now we're making that. Good. Low power, yeah, this thing is very power hungry, I think. Can I make some more solar panels? Let's cram like 2 more down here. We've tripled our power production. This is gonna take a moment, but it's all worth it. Screw you. Actually, this is power 4 megajoules, 2 megajoules. Wait, this is half the fuel value. Okay. That's good to know that it's just strictly worse. And I think we almost... Okay, we have a little bit of molten iron. Okay, so we're going to be able to use molten iron to cast steel. I think the first thing I want to do is cast some steel. So we'll make 1 more craft and then... Or do we just exhaust this? Let's just exhaust this. I don't really care about this product. Do I not care about the productivity? I'll admit it, I kind of want the productivity. Has no power, okay. That'll do it. Alright. We don't need this stone, so I'm going to just chuck it back into the lava. And now... Pick this back up. Let's make some steel. Boom, steel. Way cheaper. Now, foundries cost 30 green circuits. So this gives us 30. This gives us 60. And then I will need more carbide. And then now we're going to start making foundries with foundries. I don't have anywhere near enough carbide. This does not buffer anything at all, does it? Kind of pathetic amount of buffer that it does. Just place this here. Steel chest inserter. There we go. Because for a foundry, we will need 100 in total. So I think I might have to come back here later. Then let's put the coal miner back. Which, of course, is also going to need its own solar panel. Because otherwise they don't have any power. There we go. And we need the coal miner so we can make some actual carbide. I'm getting kind of close. There we go. That's enough for one more foundry. No power, okay. You still have enough to make a couple crafts. The drill is still consuming 5.4 watts. Alright then, the next step is we're going to need to do some of this. Acid neutralization. So, yeah, this is a chemical plant, and then the steam can be used in these. I prefer to use these. Yeah, because this doesn't accept high enough temperatures, so we're gonna have to make a couple of these. Oh, those are cheap as fuck. I thought they would be expensive. Never mind. Yeah, no, we can get this done. We're just waiting on this to drain the tank. I think I might have cut that short. Oh, well, whatever. I'm gonna make it cast some of these for me real quick. So we can start working on a couple turbines. And then cast the rest into this. And then we'll do a quick run with copper. Actually, if I just fucking furnace smelt this. That's not anywhere near enough coal. But if I just furnace smelt that, then I don't need to get some extra stuff from that. Or I don't need to set this to harvesting the other material. And then we could just go back to harvesting iron for a bit. Oh, aluminum melting. That gives oxygen. Okay. How am I supposed to make molten tungsten again? Molten tungsten. Oh, I need tungsten steel for that. Okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Alright. What am I doing? I need this foundry. I need this foundry to make more foundries. Because I want to make 2 foundries now. I'm going to need 20 more of these. Right, I need to make a lubricant. I will be right back, because I have lubricant in the other spot. That's not enough. It ran out of... You know, that makes sense. Here, have some of this. Keep making carbide. Keep making carbide for me. Who the fuck is messaging me? Grr. Okay. Just got sent some absolute schizo stuff by a friend. What the fuck? Oh, I don't know what to think about that. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, so 100 steel, 100 of this, 60 of that, a little bit of this. That is 1. And I think we're just going to leave this foundry here now. So we can make more. Until we run out of lubricant in this one, and then I can move it. Ugh. I checked this minute. Yeah, let me go get some water. You guys keep an eye on the foundry. If it explodes, you're liable. Oh wow, it didn't explode. Nice. Ugh. Alright, we now have 3 foundries. Good. Yeah, I think we should make 2 more foundries with this, and then we can move that. Ooh, the nice, Grove of Scientists soundtrack. Okay, let's put this foundry back so we can make molten iron. There we go. Let's see, offshore pump. And a tank. Actually, I should flip these. If I can. How far is the explosion on spoilage fluid again? I don't know. I've never actually seen it explode. I just discovered it could. And I thought it was really funny. I still think so, by the way. I still think it's very funny how when an item spoils, it just goes boom. Alright, there we go. No power? Well, that fucking sucks, doesn't it? Big guy. We do 2 of these. To get rid of the stone. And now we're producing molten iron. Nice. I would also like to set up something for molten copper. So we have access to basic samples of both. I think I'm gonna put that here, actually. Like, the setup would probably be something like this. Yeah, I could put an offshore pump there. This would make molten copper from lava. Miner here. Fluid tank there. I'll need more steel for the fluid tank, actually. Fuck. Ah, I have one more foundry. We're good, we're good. Make some steel for me, would you? Yes, at this speed it is very slow. I don't like it much either, but also considering my current production circumstances on Nauvis, I don't think I'm in much of a position to do anything about it. I think this is just what it is for now. On Fulgora, the kick starts very quick. Like, Fulgora starts very fast. Because you get a lot of these high-tier items very early. Volcanus is a little bit more traditional, where you don't get all those high-tier items very early. Well, at least I have my bots on me, right? I did send those over. But yeah, mostly hand-feeding machines right now. Very slowly but surely we're getting stuff, though. I want to, if we can, see if I can get some of the stuff I need for cliff explosives so I can clear this out. And then I can start using this area for production. What the fuck? Okay, one of my friends is sending me fucking brain rot. Holy shit. God motherfucking damn. I don't have a way of comfortably voiding stuff with this. Right, I have steel productivity. I forgot about that. Nope. God damn it. Long inserter. My solution, I think, is just going to be a long inserter over here. There we go. Big guy. Take the stuff out. Compress the lava in his hand, it will be faster. English. Shut up, man. I'm trying my best here, okay? I'm trying my best here. Okay, so, I'm going to need one chemical plant. And then I will need to make a couple pump jacks, I think. So I will cast some of this into copper wire. And I'm going to need to make some extra foundries in a little bit. But we'll get that done. We'll get that done. So for extra foundries, I will need... I'll need more steel. I have enough carbide. I need more green circuits. Okay, so I just need to make steel now. Brother. Come on. Turn that planet round, y'all. There we go. Now I need to make some steel. So we just plump this down over here. We make some steel, and we're gonna go make some extra stuff soon. Extra foundries for us at a cheap price. Are you by default, if you're doing a fresh start on here, supposed to do full coal liquefaction? Heavy oil, steam. How do you get that initial heavy oil? This is full coal liquefaction. Where is the simple coal liquefaction? There it is. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to get your first lubricant. This is like super inefficient though, so I thought I'd just ship it in and not have to bother with this. What, I'm gonna need 100? That's gonna take 7 years. Alright, cue the honkshu sound effect. Oh, it's so fucking cold in my room. Holy shit, dude. I'm freezing my balls off. Look at them go. I love how slow they go. Because there's not enough power. Also, just yellow inserters are kind of weak. My face went only like 5% satisfaction. That's what happens when you try to power this many machines off of solar power. That didn't help, did it? Wait, is liquefaction? Yeah. You liquefy the... I always thought it was liquefaction. Should just be liquefaction, unless I'm misreading it. Or is it? Live sheep reaction. Hey, Emily. Yeah, I may or may not have forgotten to reattach my camera to my computer, so... my bad. Smile. I could speed up this process by just doing this. Whoopsie daisy. Exactly. We've been pretty good. Pretty good. We're kind of stranded, but it's fine. We will turn this into our own mechanical empire soon enough. Yeah, okay, so that's shut off, meaning we have more satisfaction, meaning this goes faster. Nice. We're just waiting for this to cook up a little bit more steel so we can make more of these buildings. Go. The downside of using solar power. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I'm probably gonna start mass exporting either calcite to Navis. Yeah, probably just calcite, because the being able to smelt iron ore is just so good. Stupid news, I forgot my showdown password. I don't know where I wrote it down. Yep. Good luck. That's very much a moment. If you can recover it, I'd be right happy to hop on Showdown again at some point, though. Right, this is gonna take 7,000 years because it has a single solar panel on it. I need this miner to stop. See, I don't want to move this, right? Because I'd be wasting 40 lubricant. And I don't have that shit automated right now. You guessed it correctly? Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been making showdown teams for the past week and a half. Very slowly but surely. Oh, I gave it too much concrete. Oh, well, whatever. I'm just staring at the line slowly moving. I think it's very funny how a building can produce itself. I wonder if this has been done before. Peak loading screen simulator? No, it's crafting screen simulator. There's a difference. Know the difference. Well, now we have a couple more foundries. I'm gonna have to keep one aside just to be able to make more, because I will forget. We will also need to start making some of these, which requires molten iron, electric mining drills, tungsten carbide, electric engines, and advanced circuits. Let's just set up a basic IO thing. So let's just get to doing power. I'm sick and tired of solid. I think you guys are sick and tired of solid too at this point. So I think the first thing we do is we start producing a couple of copper wires. So I'm gonna make copper wires with this. And then we're going to then we're gonna make a bunch of green circuits. Can I move this? I can, okay. We're gonna use EM plants for green circuits for the obvious reason that this thing is not only faster, it's also more productive. So you will now start producing iron plates. This makes this resource entirely inaccessible. So instead I'll put a pipe in between. And then 2 inserters. So what's this game about? The goal of the game is you start with nothing and you need to build a factory to launch a rocket. So you start with bare bone stuff. You start with thwacking ores manually. Those you smelt inside of a furnace, which you get plates from, and then you use those plates to craft things. For example, these little circuits right here. Then, using those little circuits, you can create things that mine for you automatically. And the goal is, after doing a bunch of processing and like a bunch of things, you make science packs. These science packs, for example, this is a simple one. It takes a plate, and it takes some extra stuff, right? It's the first thing you make, and it allows you to do research. Research unlock new things for you to make more complicated things. Eventually, the goal is to create a rocket silo and launch a rocket. We're playing the DLC with a bunch of mods glued on. So in the DLC, after you launch your first rocket, you can start creating space platforms, which are miniature little spaceships that have their own self-isolated game mechanics. They have to be able to defend themselves against asteroids, and they can travel between planets. The base game comes with the planet Nauvis, which is the planet you start on usually. The DLC that adds Vulcanus, Gleba, and Fulgora, as well as Aquilo. But as I said, it's quite modded, so most of the planets you're seeing on the screen right here are modded into the game. And there's a couple over here, and there's a couple over there. That's all modded. So what I'm doing right now is I'm on this planet Vulcanus with the goal to set up the production of metallurgic science packs, because they will allow me to unlock additional technologies and additional planets. So how it works is, this is a big lava planet. There's a couple of different things we can find. It's not my VTuber phase, it's that I literally forgot to attach my camera to my PC, and it's lying on my desk next to me, and I'm too lazy to attach it right now. Alright, so on this planet we can find coal, we can find a resource called calcite, and we can find tungsten, as well as sulfuric acid vents, which allow us to pump up sulfuric acid, and lava. The trick with this planet is we have to combine all these resources together in one way or another to be able to produce basically anything. For example, if we were to pump up lava using an offshore pump, we can combine it with calcite inside of a foundry, which we've just spent a lot of time making, to get molten iron, which we can then, in the foundry, cast into other resources. So if I re-enable this, for example, we could use molten copper to create copper wire, as well as molten iron to make iron plates, to combine them together to make electronic circuits, one of the most vital components of machinery in this game. Man, lost count of number of drink. Funny thing is, I'm still sober. Isn't that fun? I don't drink, so I think we have a very different definition of fun. Anyhows, I will need to make a little bit of steel as well. So let's put up a little bit of steel production. Actually, with these I can also produce... EM plants also make these, right? Yeah. Oh, shit. Whoopsies, my bad. Alright, let's make a little bit of steel while we're at it. It's gonna be super slow because we're running off of a... I actually really like games like this, so I'll probably try it. Yeah. One thing to... Why is there rain here? I'm gonna have to go into my mod settings in a second. One thing to note with Factorio is the base game is good. The DLC adds more of the incredible base game. But, it's raining sulfuric acid. That would make sense. But it feels off. It is quite an expensive game. Because they don't do sales. Alright, so we have a chemical plant. For power, we're going to need a bunch of pump jacks. I think 10 might be enough. I'll do 15 just in case. And then we'll need to make some steam turbines, as well as some power poles. I will make a couple of these and a couple of these to power our machines. And then we will need to bring a little bit of calcite from here to over there, so we'll need a little bit of... like a little bit of mining equipment. They don't do sales. The policy that the best time to buy the game was yesterday, because the next best time is now. Multiplayer is so much fun. Horace, do you want to join me on Volcanoes? You can just take a planet hopper. Also, I'm going to have to make lightning collectors, because these are going to be super vital on Corundum. Because their fucking area coverage is, like, pretty big. It's so much bigger than the default lightning collector. Or default lightning rod. Dude, can it stop being fucking cold in my room? Holy shit! I'm freezing to death. Bitch, Jesus. But, generally, if you like modded Minecraft, then you're probably gonna like this, too. For one, that is ultra old Reddit joke, and second, I think there is zero inflation factorial rule 34, and I'm so sure I'll look it up, okay? Man. But probably not for long. Alright. So, I have 6 steam turbines. Gonna have to bring this over to the sulfuric acid well, and we'll hand feed it a little bit of calcite. Yeah, I'll just take this calcite out, because it's gonna overproduce anyway. Bro, what the fuck is that cliff? I need one more. Brr. Okay. Time to tear this down. Nice. Alright. I don't currently... I don't currently have cliff explosives on me, so usually I would be using a little tool to set up this pump jack arrangement. However, I can't destroy these right now. I don't think. Cliff explosives need grenade. Okay, grenades? Actually, yeah, I can make grenades. Hold on. Give me some of this coal. And then I'll need some iron. And now I can make a couple cliff explosives. And then I need empty barrels. But I'll cook some empty barrels. There we go. Was that all the cliff explosives I needed? Yes. Okay. And now we wait for some more iron so we can make some more pipes. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit. Actually, I'm wondering, how many modules did I get so far? You know what? That's really good. Creature should be able to make a back and forth trip. But I have to send it up manually. Creature can make the back and forth trip. I'm saving just in case creature doesn't make the back and forth trip. Bro, I'm so confident in my creation. Holy shit, dude. There was only 14 results for Victoria? Okay. Right, I should probably yoink one of these real quick. So, I will need 14 undergrounds, one of these. I cannot make enough undergrounds. I need 60 something of that. Okay. Fellas, we're gonna be here a while. Because I need a lot more iron. I mean, who would go into factory expansion? Is that where the... No! Could you host multiplayer? Yeah, give me 1 second. Oh, I just voided that iron. Oops. Bruh. Okay. Bro, why are you so expensive? Bitch, I'm putting you back on plate duty. Alright, I need to know advanced asteroid processing. Because this will give me... this is advanced thruster oxidizer. I will need access to calcite from oxide asteroid chunks. If I can get alternative crushing, that would be amazing. So I might need to do Shibin for... No, then I have to do Gleba first. Because you need agricultural to go to Shibin. Okay. 7 billion years later. Holy shit, dude. Let's at least start putting a little bit of sulfuric acid in here. And then I'm just gonna go this. I know this is horrible, but it will directly add more power to the network if I do this. So it'll work a little bit like a little feedback loop. Wait, the solar panels are all satisfying it? That's kind of goofy. Okay. Well, that means I can do this. Let's fucking go! Alright, let me make an inserter. Oh, well, I guess I'll make a long-handed inserter then. Yep, that's given us actually a good bit of power. That's super nice. Which means these things should be running at actual speed now. Oh. Oops. Oh, they are running at actual speed. Woohoo! Okay, yeah, right. I don't have my camera on. I don't have to do, like, actual facial and bodily expressions. Oh, fuck, I could be a weirdo, and you guys can't see it! Oh, I forgot how free power was on Vulcanus. Eventually we'll be piping this over here. I want to start producing stuff now. Including power poles. I want to make some actual power poles. So let's go do that. This needs iron sticks. Okay. I will be making some iron sticks now, please. And some steel. There's copper wire under your skin. Take it out and sell it. Alright. Now let's bring this power to the coal mine. What the fuck? You good, man? Yoink. Hey, come help me set this up. Fulgora is so goofy. I love Fulgora, though. Yeah, it's pretty, you want... If you hop in, then I'll drag you in. Let's fucking go. There should be a planet hopper next to the launch pad, like right here. Oh, hold on, this track goes hard as fuck. Alright, now with actual power, I can do things. I should have realized that one steam turbine's way stronger than I thought it was. EM plant for copper power pole, or is it? Put some wire in there, put some of this in there. It's practically free, there we go. Now we can get some copper plates. Oh! Oh, this is not connected to each other. There we go. Now it is. Don't forget to empty your inventory into the chest beforehand, or it's gonna spill all over the floor. Nah, well, whatever. I think you're good. Oh, you made another chest? Ah, okay. I might... I'll just clean that up later, it's no problem. Yeah, cool. We can actually produce a couple green circuits. I was thinking of... Because I have a bunch of shit in my inventory for cliff explosives. Just clearing out a bunch of the cliffs here. So that we can set up a better general ore processing plant. Because, like, we need the sulfuric acid for power. But I don't want to make the power here. Like, this should just be temporary. I also don't want to hand feed it. And we're going to have to set up coal liquefaction very soon. Because you only really want to do... let's see. Coal liquefaction. Yeah, okay. I'm going to just... 1 second. Creature. Yeah, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna do a very quick trip to... I'm gonna make a very quick trip to Fulgora real quick. I'll be back in a moment. You can yoink my stuff. I need to do something for a moment. The TLDR is just we need a couple more foundries, and then probably to start cliff exploding things. But I need Creature to be able to come back and forth, and it has some stuff on it I think that we could use. Let's see, what else would we need? Right, big drills use electric engines. And I will want 1/3 rocket components. Maybe even 1/6. I only need 100 of both. I'm going to request all the materials for a rocket silo, as well as enough for a rocket thing. So we can research advanced coal liquefaction. So we don't have to actually go through the pain that is simple coal liquefaction. Because simple coal liquefaction is bad. It's really bad. I don't want to use it for any longer than we have to. So I will also import from Navi's a couple electric engines that we can use to make big drills. But it's gonna take a moment. Check memes? Okay. Epic. Alright. I am now on Fulgora. Let me first clean up some of the stuff you left in here by throwing it into the appropriate chest. I had a bunch of batteries on you. Nice. Oh, are we completely dry again? Okay, no, a new batch of scrap just came in. Let the machine sort this for me, please. There we go. And then we have too much plastic, it seems. Well, I'm not gonna destroy that right now. I needed to be here so I could send some quality modules to the Creature to take back to Manula so we can space maul. I'm getting turned around again. He can do it from... You can orbital rotate. Yep. How many fit on a... Okay, 50 fit on a rocket. So I was here a little early. Oh, power is off again. I guess it is just slowly but surely working, but it doesn't have enough superconductors. Like, not enough uncommon superconductors. Do I have enough modules at least? Okay, I have enough modules now, that's good. Oh, that's because the science is all backed up. Nice. Yeah, okay. I will send a batch of 50 to space. There we go. Up you go. Creature gets a delivery. Thank you very much. Because that means we can start making quality components on the moon, which is good. Making quality components on the moon is good. Planet Hopper. And back I go. Let's see, does Creature have the modules? Because then I'm going to send it to the moon. Oh, it does not have enough charge. Yeah, it's going to have to stay here for a little bit. Circuit condition. Check mark is larger than 0. It took like a bunch of my shit. That's fair. I don't mind. Though we might have to share drones. Never mind. Okay, you didn't take all the drones. I expected you to take all the drones. It's all good. Let me see what we need for more cave explosives. For more cliff explosives. We need a bunch more coal, I think. There's like a little chest with coal here. So I will make a bunch of cliff explosives with the stuff we have. And then, yeah, I don't think we need a very big calcite mine. I think we just wait with getting tungsten here until we get the electric engines, because the fucking big drills are just a pain in the ass to make without good coal liquefaction. Like, electric engine units require fucking lube. And lube is heavy oil, and heavy oil is coal liquefaction. If I need the goddamn handcraft shit out of this planet to avoid trash coal liquefaction, I will. Let's see. This sulfuric acid field is now done. And then... yep. Let's make a little bit of space. Do I have enough glyph explosives on me? Yeah, I do. Cool. How much leg do you have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 regular leg in here. One day we'll have mech armor, but that day is not today. I'm out of explosives, okay. I have 12, why am I slower? Do you have them turned on? Please tell me you enabled the leg. Let's see. I need this to go to the moon. I'll just send it back to Navis. It's fine. Okay, the batteries are recharging. They are enabled? Does your suit have enough power? It does. No, we... What the fuck? This is when I disable them. Hold on. The Space Science Shuttle almost has all of its stuff. There's just no... There's no electric engines available on planet. Good motherfucking... Damn! How come there's no electric engines? Movement speed, quality of life research. I think I hid that. And I just gave a base default value. There's no engines. Why is there no engines? Because I don't have any cyan signs, because it's still fucking buffering. Okay, god damn you creature! Okay, disabling the output priority. Problem solved, sort of. These red circuits are making it all the way to where? To prod modules for purple. Right. And then they would be going towards that. Okay. You might have to. I mean, we have a bunch of space now, so we can at least build a little bit. Do you want to set up like an actual like little mine? I wonder, can we make these drills in EM plants? No. But we can still make them. They are really cheap. So let me make a bunch of these drills. I can only make 9. Why can I only make 9? I don't have enough iron on me. Okay. Make more stuff. I'm just gonna chuck this iron ore into the lava pit. We don't need it. And then I have a bunch of stone too. With the fucking rotation, holy shit. The fact that you can do that is just so funny to me for no good reason. Okay. So I think the best course of action, because we still have all this cliff here. Drills. Oh, let me just like fucking place a chest down. Here you go. I don't have any belts yet. We will need to make belts. And I think we have to make do with red belts. Let me take this track off of repeat, because while I super duper vibe to it, it also, like, I need to take into account there's people in chat that probably don't want to listen to the same piece of music for fucking 4 hours. Unlike me. So, belt requires... Oh, you can't just do this all with... Oh, oops. Okay, so I'm a little mistaken. To make belts, we have to use the basic components of belts, and... Also, I only have a single foundry left, so we're gonna have to make another one. Or, rather, hopefully a couple more. Let me put this next to the carbide, or where I would be making the carbide if I was making any right now. Let's see. So that requires one of these. To make carbon. Carbon from coal. Which then goes into one of these. Carbide. Which takes in tungsten ore. And out comes the tungsten carbide. Cool. Tungsten carbide production's back up. There wouldn't happen to be any spare steel anywhere. Well, no, I have some. Here you go. I made a lot earlier. I'm gonna start making red belts now. But to make more foundries, we need a foundry, so I'm vetoing a foundry real quick. I'm just stealing it. Alright, foundry. Steel. This. That. Some of this. And then we need fluid. So for that I need to unbarrel lube. Alright, and now I thought I gave it the carbide? Oh, it's done already. Holy shit. Well, I have more foundries. If you want, you can just empty and take that chest. Let's see. Because I wanted to make some belts. Because look at all the shit we can make with this thing, dude. I think making pipes is a good idea. Actually, let's do belts first. So we would need... Okay, if I turn this into a gear printer, and then take 2 inserters, like this, to turn into belts, we get a lot of belts, right? I put this on this side. Move out of the way real quick. And then red belt is just this. Wow, red belt. Dude, we're so good at this. It just works. But to buffer the output, we're gonna have to put a little inserter here with a chest, I think. Because it's not storing, like, anything. We should probably be using blues. It's just so much faster, and they are not that expensive. Look at that. Oh, oops. Well, now we have belts. I can share some of this with you. Here you go. There's some blue belts in there that I stole. I was supposed to send those to Fulgora, and then I never did. So I think what we should do is we should bring coal to a general place. Do you want to just design how we're going to do this? Because we will need a bunch of lava. It's going to produce a bunch of metals, and then it will make... then we will have to make something with those metals. I guess we just do a metal bus, right? Like a liquid bus. It might be a good idea not to do that here, actually. Because we can cliff explode the bus through here. Like, if you look at the map, we can cliff explode the bus, like, through this. I don't know if you can see my map. I don't know if you can see my mouse. So if we build here, this is adjacent to a lava lake that's kind of wide. Then we can run, like, the liquid bus like this up here. But, I mean, this is some of our nearest tungsten, and I haven't bothered exploring because exploring without a mech suit on this planet fucking sucks. Could also build here, actually. Maybe not. Holy shit, is that a fucking... It's not much to explore. Yeah, I mean, you want to find, like, a decent area, at least. Like, this might be better because there's not as many lava lakes nearby. And if we really want to make, like, a lava lake... That's a tungsten patch. Tungsten patches, sulfuric acid... Oh, oops, I'm stuck. Sulfuric acid next to calcite. Why do you hide it? Because this you cannot disable. So precise movements suck. Actually, I just realized I have a mod that allows you to middle click to move to positions. So, actually, can I? Oh, I can explore by using that from the map. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm on the map right now. That's actually pretty good pathfinding it's got. Wow. No path found. Did I get my character stuck? No. Spark. This place fucking sucks, but it is pretty open. Can you check south? Yeah, I can. I mean, I know there's a bunch of cliffs here, right? But this place isn't that bad if we just cliff explode all the cliffs. Like, look at how much just, like, buildable space is here. Like, you could run a bus up here really easily. Actually, I wonder... Just give it a second. I wonder if there's, like, something interesting, like, up here. Because if we get a good tungsten patch, that also really helps. Yeah, I think... I mean the tungsten patch is over here, like... the best it's got to offer. The auto pathfinder got itself stuck. Oopsies. Fuck you mean no path found? Get out of the damn cliff. Yeah, that is the downside of the auto pathfinder, but it works. If it works, it works, you know? I'm not gonna complain. This is actually really convenient. Because I only installed this, like, today. I wish I could, like, give a good review on the mod. But I don't think you can do that. That's a big hold on. Ooh, that is a very good combo. And a very... motherfucking... damn! Dude! That is one hell of a sulfuric acid, like... or, vent. Oh, there's more here. Okay. And very close to actually useful tungsten patches? Right, I need to not be stuck in a tile for the auto pathfinder to work. Yeah, I think if we set up shop, like... around here. Because we can quite easily pipe the sulfuric acid over. It's a lot of shit we have to move, though. Like, there's a lot of stuff in the inventories. I'm just gonna map out a little bit more of this place. So that we know what we're getting ourselves into. Leg. I mean, it's a very good starting coal patch, but also, like, these exist. As well as this one. Oops. go over here. Door stuck. Oh, that's the tungsten patch we're supposed to find early. Yeah, this is not a good space, not a good spot to build. But maybe you are right, and I should be looking south. So I'm gonna look a little bit west and south and see what we can find. I mean, with the auto walker, you can also still walk around a little bit, right? It's just not nearly as fast. That's a good tungsten patch over here. Yeah, I'm getting more and more confident we should be building like up here, yeah. The only downside is that we can't really do orbital drops if we do that, because we don't have a cargo landing pad. Unless we make one. Let's see. Cargo landing pad. Cargo landing pad. What? Why am I missing it? There we go. Cargo landing pad, Hyerian. Oh, that's frustratingly expensive. Just send one up. I'm still waiting on the goddamn electric engines anyway. That's a whole bunch of buffered electric engines. Are they finally being made? Oh, they're actually finally being buffered. Okay, that's really good. That means the drones will go collect them soon. Yeah, there's a lot of just archipelago down here. Like a lot of just wastes, or whatever the biome's supposed to be called. This is a Minecraft biome that's like basalt deltas, that's it. I mean, it's definitely somewhat conquerable with elevated rails, but it just sucks to build. Unless you want to do bot-based, but bot-based also kind of sucks. I mean, if you want, right, I could just import a bunch of roboports and robots and a bunch of logi chests, and we just cope our way to the science. I mean, at least like a Volcanus bot mall is kind of comfy and of an idea. I'm going to disable the rain on Volcanus. I don't like it. do, no, no. Oh, no. Yeah, no, south. I don't know. I don't know if I like south more. North has access to so it has access primarily just to this. That's not necessarily one big patch. That's two patches that generated so close together it's counting as one. I shouldn't make these... Well, no, but you can have input. Oh, another sulfuric acid node. How big is it? Oh, I got stuck. Let's see. Very small calcite patch, but with big drills, that's no big deal. Having them directly adjacent is great for power. Oh. That is decent, but is it in a buildable spot? Like, could we actually do something here? We have big lava pools, which generally is fine, but it isn't great for your lava production. You kind of want more the things that you find here. You want long surface areas. Here is like a bunch of volume of the lake. Yeah, there's a shit ton of calcite here, but like, what's the point? We don't need all this calcite. It's... Yeah, no, I think we go to the top right. Okay, and it's starting to get its electric engines, so our hot drop is gonna be here soon. Okay, I'll come back to you real quick, and then... We could just start moving items. Oh, it got me stuck again. Hi, hello, I'm back. Nice belts. Okay, You know, I need a proper way of destroying items on this planet. You're spinning the other way. Oh, we're being so productive right now. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. How long is this gonna take? It's almost done. Like, it's almost ready to come here. And then we have all the stuff to build a couple big engines, as well as build a rocket silo. Anyways, Do you happen to have more steel? If so, could you throw some into this? Epic, thank you. John Foundry. We're slowly but surely making more stuff. Yeah, right. So we would want to build... We would probably want to set up shop over here, right? Let's make a bunch of pipes, a bunch of belts, and some pumps. So we can set up a little bit of power up here, like a tiny bit. And then also bring the calcite and the sulfuric acid to our starting location. So, if you would not mind moving, I'm gonna go throw down a bunch more of these. Let me make a couple more. I don't have iron sticks, and we don't have enough steel either. Good. Anyhow, so now what can I make with this? Can I make pumps with this? No, I can't. They're not advanced enough. Yikes. We're probably gonna need at least 2 pumps, so let me prep that. Do I make another molten iron foundry? Are we running out? No, we have enough. That's gonna be fine. Pipes, and then... underground pipes. You know what? This might just be a better idea. Well, now this... No, now it does still cover that all. Cool. Okay, let's... Oh, we're gonna have to longhand insert some of this stuff out. Get a couple chests. Pipe. That is incorrectly placed chest. There we go. Then what else? I say we just make... We should just make some undergrounds as well. Hold on, let me check. Undergrounds need plates and belts. And belts require gears, plate. Yeah, because if I were to do this now, I would be able to make belts and underground belts. If I place this... Oh yeah, we don't have enough. We don't have enough fucking foundries to do all the recipes with. God damn. Do we run out of tungsten ore? We run out of tungsten ore. We can't make any more. Actually, I wonder, can we manually mine tungsten? Nope. Okay. We have a problem. We cannot make more tungsten carbide. So... big drills have to happen. Yeah, we need to make 3 big drills with this. So, let's see. We're waiting for a couple more engines to be made on planet, on Navis. Welp. Let me see. To make a pump, we need an engine unit. Engine units are not complicated enough. 2 more foundries. Yeah, think about do not use the carbide to make foundries. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we make 1 more. But we need that carbide to make the drills to get more carbide. So just keep this for a moment. I just realized something silly I've done. I may be destroying some lubricant on accident. Give me a move. There we go. And then I can... lube. I'm gonna rebarrel the lubricant. Real quick. And now if I destroy this, it just voids it. Okay, it is what it is. Well, we only lost 40, that's fine. I don't even know if that's a full barrel. No, that's not even a full barrel, so we're good. Let me see. Engine unit requires an assembler. Steel. Some of this, some of that. And some of those. There we go. And then I can make some pumps. And once we have that, then... yeah, I mean... at that point, we should just be able to make do, no? We start making some extra turbines and we prepare to move. Has it started going yet? Available on planet 300. No, I want you to have at least 450 stocked. Stop. Why has it suddenly started eating engines again? Nothing of this should take engines, right? Or is it fucking crafting something? Is the Logi network crafting shit again? Now I'm looking at Navis because I want these engines to get sent up. But it wasn't buffering enough. Now it is. Because these engines are required for the big mining drills. Yeah, I'll fucking uncap the red belts. We can always leave some chests behind here in case we don't have enough, like, inventory space and stuff. Granted, strong boxes are like really cheap, so. Oh, we're finally running low on power. We don't have full satisfaction anymore. Can you just plop another turbine? Yeah, I mean, I guess I can. How much calcite do we have? Okay, that should be enough. Now, fix it for the most part. It's fine. Let me make some pumps. Alright, Oh, this chest is almost entirely full. Wow, that one miner has been really doing his job. Come on. Okay, the engine units are on its way. So we will have our cargo drop here soon. Let's see. Steel. Make a bunch of strong boxes. I'm gonna go head over there and set up a little bit of storage so we can start dropping items. I'll do most of the cargo ferrying because I'm a little faster. Yeah, I think this would be a pretty decent spot to set up lava processing. Alright, here I go. If you want, you can start making your way over there already. Because I will take the cargo landing pad with me. Okay, yeah, the transport ship is almost here. Fuck you mean no path. Sometimes you just get stuck on the cliffs. Have to move a little bit out of the way so I can repath. Let me see. We take this. Keep this crafting for a little bit. Okay, the shuttle is here now. I will drop down the cargo landing pad. Should land somewhere over here. This is where I initially landed. There it is. Alright, cool. I'll bring this over. Just give me one moment to disassemble this setup. Actually, it's just gonna keep making some belts while I'm not here, is it? I guess I did bring some bots with me. Okay, I think my inventory is about to be full. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of stone. Hold on, let me just throw this out. Like, I have a lot of stone in my inventory all of a sudden. Let me see. That's how much stone I had in my inventory, holy fuck. Yeah, that's gonna take a little while, huh? Do you have to wait for it? Well, I want to tear down the power supply here too, because those components are gonna be useful. Is there a faster way I can do this? I can't make those. Do not have solars on you? I guess, but I don't know if they can fully power this. If I disconnect this right now. Just barely. Yeah, I can start running in a second. Where did all the stone come from? Was it in like the chests I left to the bottom right? That clumsy of me. Actually, I have an even better idea. Hold on. I can speed this up. Yeah, that is faster. By a little bit. Alright. And then here I come. Wait, you aren't yet where we're supposed to be. Alright, here I am. Let me sort my stuff a little bit. I'm actually no, I'm just gonna fucking throw it in the chest, it'll be fine. Okay, so we'll have to set up a little bit of basic infrastructure here to make materials. And we have a small supply of calcite in the chests, as well as 2 offshore pumps, which are going to provide more than enough lava. Actually, they should give us a little bit of tungsten, right? Yeah. I was thinking of going up here to set up power. For that, I will need to make some cliff explosives. Unless you just want me to bring down calcite and, that might be a better idea, actually. Just bringing down calcite and acid. Oh, that's a really close tungsten patch. That's good. Let me grab the cargo landing pad. Throw it down real quick. And then send our requested valuables down. We should be able to make a rocket silo with this stuff, so I will do that real quick. Out pops the rocket silo. Nice. Why am I so restricted in my orbital drop speed? Oh, because the fucking cargo landing pad can't take anymore. Right, that makes a lot of sense, actually. I will keep the ship in orbit for the time being. Alright, okay, so I'm just gonna go throw my junk ores in here. Just my ores into that chest. And then I'm gonna take a bunch of pipes and other infrastructure stuff to bring a little bit of calcite, as well as sulfuric acid down here. Alright, I'll be right back then. I did bring drones? I did bring drones. Oh, this is gonna be fucking hell, isn't it? God damn. God motherfucking damn. It's fine. Yeah, I'll keep the ship in orbit so we can get our first batch of sulfuric acid out of here. Sorry, not sulfuric acid. Metallurgic science. So we can research actual good coal liquefaction. We'll have to run the first process, I think, at least once. Let's see. Simple coal liquefaction gives us 50 heavy oil. Yeah, okay, we have to run it once. But that's fine. I just realized, we didn't make any undergrounds, did we? We only have the blue undergrounds. I forgot to take any belts from the little stash with me. Like, they're still at the chest. I was able to do my first 2 monsoon. How many we need? We're gonna need, well, a good bit of undergrounds to get that belt to over here. And we'll need... You got 100 undergrounds? Yeah, we'll need like a lot more than 100 belts. Probably like 300. Non-undergrounds? You better be having a nice evening or I'm gonna get serious. I am having a nice evening. How you doing, Barbie? Alright, so this area is cleaned out now. So you can set up a miner up here. And then for this, yeah, this is a really big patch. Do you want to clean this up? Or you want to help me clean this up? This. Mostly. Yeah, I will have to make some cliff explosives, I think, to get the pipes to run. Because if I do this, then... It'll start to build, it's fine with me. It's just that a bunch of things can't be built, then. So I will cancel this for a moment. I think it would be wise to void all of this ore later. Except for the tungsten. The tungsten's useful, but all the stone, the copper, and the iron, we don't need it. The downside of picking a big square to mine. Oh, I'm stuck again. Ugh. Oh, it's already half one. God, motherfucking... God. Only a little bit more. I may have selected slightly too large an area. That should have unmarked everything. Almost everything. Cool. Now we do a pump layout. Yeah, this requires still a ton of deconstruction. Yeah. I mean, we can lay all the pipes. Most of them, at least. There's some that have cliffs in the way, which I will then just deconstruct. You're gonna go on a bit? That's fair. Don't forget to empty your inventory. In case you have anything useful on you. Let's see how full is your inventory. Oh, it has like a bunch of junk in it. Goddamn. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine, but it's still like there's a bunch of junk in there. Okay, so I need like 100 of those things. Cool. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop streaming in a second, because it is kind of late, and I know my sister needs to wake up very early tomorrow, so I kind of want to be able to let her sleep, because I am loud. I'll sit on this for a little bit, but it isn't a bad idea to call it quits soon. Right, I don't have enough iron plates to do that. Yep. I think fellas, 3 hours is a fine duration. But it is getting it is like half one. So I'm tempted to call it a night. Bye-bye, Herazer. Thanks for playing. I mean, we can keep going for a couple minutes, but I shouldn't keep going for too much longer, because it will make the people in the house mad. And should be pretty reasonable. I don't want that. Let's see. Blue inserters. And a couple solar panels. I haven't streamed that much recently anyway, so like... It is a bit sad. Let me put this in here. I'll be back on tomorrow, though. I don't know what we're gonna do, then, but I'll be back on tomorrow. The plan for today was originally Secret Lab, but, yeah, nobody showed up. So, that's not gonna happen anymore at this rate. Yeah, let's destroy these items. That way I don't have to cope with them anymore. And then I think by tomorrow we're gonna have a slightly better setup. I will spend a little bit of time off stream setting up a little bit of power, or a little bit of sulfuric acid and calcite. I'm gonna make it come down here, come in here. Then with some offshore pumps, we will do some basic iron and copper gathering, and then some coal. And then the idea is here I'm gonna make a liquid bus that's gonna snake like this probably. But we're gonna have to make a crap load of cliff explosives. To be fair, most of it should be free. But yeah, I think it would be wise for me to call it a day with stream. So I will see you guys tomorrow then. My engineer is looking very goofy like this because I don't have mech armor yet. One day we'll have mech armor.